Region Capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the Network News from Monday, October the 17th, 2022. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, Coach Paul Phillip foresees a great athletic year for Anderson Peters in 2023. Film festival shifts to Ladigue St. Andrew to feature international icon Malcolm X. Curling Gilchrist appointed chair of government's Wage Advisory Committee. And in around the globe, regionally, Haiti in the grips of humanitarian crisis as gangs block main fuel terminal. And in international news, the new UK finance minister reverses mini budget in huge blow to PM's authority. And coming up in sports, Windies loses to Scotland in World Cup opener, while Waggy T's Super Knockout off to a blazing start. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Anderson Peters athletics coach Paul Phillip says he expects a great athletic year for the champion in 2023, despite some hiccups in 2022. Rena Pierre-Thomas has this story.
Athletic coach Paul Phillip says he is optimistic that the next athletic year for Anderson Peters will be even better than this year. He says Peters' achievement in 2022 was great as the athlete set a new North American, Central American, and Caribbean Athletic Association record and won a silver medal at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England. The coach says the goal for 2023 is for the athlete to make his mark in the Diamond League's game, which he missed this year.
Going forward, coming from a season like he had this year, which I say it was a dream season. We are going into next season with a similar plan. And the only thing that we don't have next year is the Commonwealth Games. But he has another World Championship, and now he'll be the 2-time defending champion. So the major goal this season is to have him return and defend his title as world champion and try to accomplish the Diamond League champion as well.
Grenada's javelin champion was unable to compete in his last 2 games in the Diamond League due to injuries sustained during his altercation with the crew members aboard Harbour Master on August 10th. Coach Phillip says they are yet to determine if the athlete has fully overcome his injuries.
He's doing well as a person. I think his body is healed to a certain degree. And mentally, he's healed a little bit. What I can't say with any certainty now is how well his body is holding up as an athlete. Doing the javelin requires a lot of high speed muscle movement, and I don't know for certain until we start to train, because he's still on vacation, how his body would have held up. So we still need to assess that. Once he starts to train, we will be able to give a better picture of how well he has recovered.
Anderson Peters is also among the athletes shortlisted by the World Athletic Male Athlete of the Year award. The two-time world champion is the only male representing a Caribbean country to be nominated. Grenada's javelin champion moved up to 5th on the javelin all-time list after he threw 93.7 meters to set a new North American, Central American, and the Caribbean Athletic Association record. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
As part of fulfilling another of its campaign promises, the government of the National Democratic Congress has established a minimum wage board to review wages in Grenada and pave the way forward in addressing issues that hinder improvements in the standard of living in Grenada. More in this report from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
Economist Colin Gilchrist will chair government's Wage Advisory Committee in an attempt to address the issue of minimum wage. The other members of the committee are members of the labor movement Justin Campbell, Celie Brown, Brian Grimes, Trevor Xavier, George Mason, Cicely Gabriel, Anne-Marie Montrose, Janine Vieweg, and Lyden Lewis. Legal Affairs and Labor Minister Claudette Joseph said government is committed to reviewing and finding a solution to the issue of minimum wage, especially within the public service, to address an issue ignored for over 10 years.
Greater economic independence of all peoples, opportunities for wealth creation, that goes for employer and employees, and so and a better standard of living for all. We would want to become a nation where the people who are classified as poor still enjoy a decent quality of life with a decent roof over their head and the ability to comfortably meet their expenses, their living expenses as they fall due, to comfortably have their children educated.
Minister Joseph met with members of the committee last Wednesday. The committee is expected to work closely with the labor movement to create a culture of independence and eliminate poverty.
Review and make recommendations for the adjustment in the minimum wage payable to workers in the stated category in the orders. But I would like to expand that to include, to have your mandate include giving advice on whether the minimum wages order itself should be updated to embrace other categories of workers, and also any other recommendations that can be made to help in this regard with the relationship between worker and employer.
The development of the committee is yet another of the new government's campaign promise to improve the lives of Grenadians. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Going back to the roots of Malcolm X, the life of Malcolm X will be featured in this year's film festival. And some of the bigger names in film will be in Grenada for the 1261 Grenada Film Festival.
Grenada Film Festival returns and is moving into the community of Ladigue St. Andrew, the birthplace of Malcolm X's mother. This year marks the 4th year of the festival, however the first since the COVID-19 pandemic. Shida Phillip, founder and creative director for the 1261 Grenada Film Festival, says they are excited to be back. Part of the initiative, she says, is to bring cinema into the rural community, something they embarked on since 2019. The screening of Malcolm X, Philip says, is free for the community and will be tied in with cultural performances from individuals and local groups. She described it as bridging the gap between entertainment, education, and bridging cultures.
So the festival is broken up into two different segments. The first 3 days, we are stationed in St. Andrews with the screening of Malcolm X film, which is going to be co-presented by our international partner, Just Media. We're thrilled about that because to be kicking off such an impactful festival here in a community that pay homage to Louis Little, Malcolm X's mom, we are honored. And
the creative director explains a bit more about the festival.
We have partnered with the community in Ladigue and Hidden Treasures, which is led by Mr. Simon Green. He's going to start off with a historical tour of the community, of the Ladigue community, tying into different elements. We are going to be visiting the school, so individuals within the space and the exterior communities would be able to see certain historical imprints that is there in the Ladigue session, and then they can talk about all of the different developments that they are looking to do in that community.
Some of the big names in film also will be on island as part of the festival.
To that, for the first time in the history of the festival, we are having a designated Grenada night, and by that I mean we are having a red carpet event or reception to celebrate several different filmmakers from Grenada, locally here, and the diaspora who will be presenting their films. After the first 3 days, we are now moving to St. George's, where we are having the Saturday, an international night. This is also a first for the festival because we have invited several different actresses, international actresses. The director of the film is going to be here. So we have Choma, who is a Nigerian actress. She will be present. Miss Lisa Ray McCoy from LA, she'll be here as well. And Michael, he is the director of the film that we are featuring that night, is going to be in our presence that night.
Tahira Vivek, assistant planner for the festival, says as the director of a dance group, she sees this as an opportunity for them to learn something new. She hopes this can be transcended to schools as well.
Also, we are inviting the schools, to bring the children out, and not just a school in St. Andrew, but we're hoping that the Ministry of Education can see that as a learning experience, so the schools outside of St. Andrew can use it as a field trip. Then there's a spin-off. When the children get back to the classroom, you look at it in language, you look at it in history, you look at it in art.
The festival concludes with a beach lime and the screening of a Caribbean film. Here's how you can be part of this event.
People who are interested in learning more about the festival, we are our website is up. It's 1261 Film Festival. It is the same thing on social handles, from Instagram to LinkedIn to Twitter and Facebook. All of the details are there. For tickets, we are selling our tickets online on our website and our GoToFet. So,
Christina John, GBN News.
Grenada's newest centenarian is none other than Mrs. Muriel Mitchell, mother of former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. She celebrated her birthday over the weekend, in which a special church service was held for her to celebrate her milestone. More from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
Mrs. Muriel Mitchell, mother of opposition leader and former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, celebrated her 100th birthday on October 16th, making her Grenada's newest centenarian. A church service was held in her honor at the Happy Hill Catholic Church on Sunday to mark her great milestone. In speaking to GBN, Mrs. Mitchell, who is strong and vibrant, told her secret to reaching her milestone.
The secret is love and patience. Love people. I can't get hungry for long. No. How to respect the old people and love one another, the youths themselves, love one another and have patience with each other. I have a few by me and they don't fight, they don't think. I just give them breakfast, I just give them. I help them because they behave good. So, they love, unite with each other. That's all I tell them.
The elderly woman was described as God-fearing, kind-hearted, and a humble woman. Many friends and family members gathered to celebrate Mrs. Mitchell's accomplishment, including former government ministers under the new National Party administration. They all gathered to lay a special blessing through prayer, as well as singing and special dance. Here is a short clip of the church ceremony.
You, Lord.
And for her, she loved flowers. For her, she epitomized live church, build community, serve country.
Catholic Bishop Clyde Harvey headed the sermon in honor of Mrs. Mitchell, and I liked it. The lesson of
today is about continual prayer. The very first verse of the gospel reading, Jesus told his disciples a parable about the need to pray continually and never lose heart. It's a parable, and Jesus could have chosen any example he wanted to show us that. Something that comes to all of us if we live long enough. I'm convinced of that. Some people like to believe that they achieve their lives in all kinds of different ways. And some people are very quick about fighting to get what they want. But when he wants to give us an example of that, he chooses the story of a widow. And today we come to celebrate the 100th birthday of a widow.
A grand birthday party was held in honor of Mrs. Mitchell on Saturday, October 15th. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
This is News at 7. Coming up, government to review and implement national food and nutrition policies in 2023. Stay with us.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Do you know you can lower your electricity bill by creating an energy-efficient home? When planning to build or remodel, plan for your energy needs and utilize building techniques and products that promote energy efficiency. Incorporate renewable energy and maximize the use of natural lighting, heating, and ventilation sources. You should also buy 230-volt equipment as these run more efficiently and can help lower your electricity usage. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by creating an energy-efficient home. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at
If prosperity really matters to you, come home to Grenada Cooperative Bank. Since 1932, we have shared the same values: financial diligence, investing with prudence, transparent compliance, consistent performance.
Welcome home, Grenada.
No matter the economic climb, we always stand the test of time.
Welcome home, Grenada, the bank that goes the extra mile. Welcome home, Grenada, the bank that serves with a smile.
Welcome to a bank you can truly call your own. Grenada Cooperative Bank.
We care because you matter. Welcome home.
Island Style is having a massive pre-Christmas clearance sale. Before you hear, ho ho ho, these styles need to go, go, go. We're cleaning out our old stock to bring in the new. Yes. Amazing discounts of up to 60% off on select tile models store-wide. I love Christmas. Yes, you heard right. Lowest prices ever at Island Style on ceramic and porcelain tiles. Our Santa stylers are waiting to help you save big on these fabulous deals. It won't get any better than this. Visit Island Style on Monroe Road in Grandad's or call 439-TILE. That's 439-8453. Sail on while stocks last. When you think tile, think Island Style. Yeah.
Grenada Electricity Services Limited cordially invites shareholders to attend the 63rd Annual General Meeting on Tuesday, 18th October 2022 at 4:30 p.m. Shareholders can attend virtually on Zoom as well as in person at the Grenada Trade Center Annex. Virtual attendees are required to register and must be verified by the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange. To allow adequate time for this process, we encourage shareholders to register early. Visit www.grenlec.com or call Grenlec at 237 for registration details. A reminder that Grenlec's annual general meeting of shareholders will be hosted on Tuesday, 18th October 2022, virtually on Zoom or in person at the Trade Center Annex at 4:30 p.m.
My name is Mr. Bernard McIntosh. I chose to become a member of the Ariza Credit Union early in the 1980s when I was introduced by one of my co-workers. Very early after I would have become a member, my first loan was a very smooth and easy sailing for purchasing of a motor vehicle. As a youth, young, early 20s and so on, every young guy got to have a ride, and that was very easy. On this, it's the 75th year of transforming lives. I want to congratulate the Ariza Credit Union. Definitely, I know my life has been transformed because I would have never achieved most of the things that I have achieved had I been associated with a different financial institution. Hey, Nationals, where are you? Are you with us or are you elsewhere? Listen to me. It's not just a savings with Ariza. It's a prudent investment.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The NLA announces its new mid-morning draw, commencing September 30th at 9:45 a.m. Yes, you heard right. Draws for Pick 3, Cash 4, and Playway will now be conducted 3 times daily at 9:45 a.m., 12:45 p.m., and 7:45 p.m., Monday to Friday. The Saturday draws remains twice daily. And that's not all. Simply place your non-winning Cash 4, Pick 3, and Playway tickets valued at least $10 from a single purchase in the NLA branded box at your favorite sales location. 4 chances to win 10 prizes of $1,000 each. Whoa! $10,000 is up for winnings. Compliments the NLA. Be sure to write your name, address, and contact info on your entries before submitting. Promotion runs from September 30th to October 28th and would be drawn on Friday, November 4th, 2022. NLA, making your dreams a reality while supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
The National Insurance Scheme continues to make it easy to access our services using the MyNIS online platform. Now we're introducing a new feature that allows you to submit your benefit claims from the convenience of your smart devices. No paper, no hassle. All you have to do is log in to my.nisgrenada.org. Select claims, fill out the relevant information, and click submit. We'll take it from there. It's that simple and that easy. Submit a claim from the comfort of your home as you rest and recuperate. Enjoy the convenience of faster claim processing and monitor the status of your claim every step of the way. We are excited to introduce this new feature to better serve you. NIS is changing the game and the way you make your claim. Access anywhere and anytime with My NIS Online.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Government intends to review and implement national food and nutritional policies in 2023, as well as review climate-smart initiatives. Sherry-Ann Blackman-Stephen has this report.
If only 10% of our imported produce is replaced by local grown foods, there would be an overall saving of at least $26 to $30 million each year.
Agriculture Minister Senator Adrian Thomas, as he delivered his address to mark World Food Day 2022. Celebrations take place on Friday at the Carnage, where all locally produced agricultural products will be on full display from 10 a.m. This year's activities are being celebrated under the theme, Leave No One Behind, which champions the fight to end world hunger. Minister Thomas said the theme was specially chosen for this year in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, the war between Russia and Ukraine, and other international tensions, global warming, and the constant rises in food prices, which continue to have a negative effect on global food and nutrition security. Grenada is no exception to the negative fallout from these issues.
In the year immediately prior to the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, our food input bill amounted to $259 million, while we exported just over $79 million. There is a great imbalance between our imports and exports. This makes us highly susceptible to the impact of global activities on our food and nutrition security, and have been experiencing firsthand the negative impacts of the rising cost of food and fuel.
Minister Thomas invites Grenadians to join government's transformational agenda for the agricultural sector by increasing agriculture production.
I urge everyone to cultivate a kitchen, a backyard garden, and for our commercial farmers to adopt more sustainable agricultural practices, including the use of climate-smart, modernized agricultural farming methods, and information, communication, and technology.
He outlines government's policy plans for the agriculture sector for 2023, which is hoped will enhance food and nutrition security, attracting the youth to agriculture to alleviate unemployment and stimulate the rural economy.
This policy aims to promote sustainable food availability, food accessibility, food utilization, nutrition adequacy, and stability of food supplies for all through integrated and well-coordinated multi-sectoral initiatives at all levels of the government, and through the active involvement of civil society and the private sector. The ministry is also reviewing the climate-smart agricultural initiatives to ensure the agricultural sector works towards becoming climate resilient.
With the involvement of all in increasing agriculture production, farmers and fisherfolk and other stakeholders' livelihoods will be enhanced. In so doing, food and nutrition security will be strengthened. According to Minister Thomas, government has selected agriculture as one of the leading sectors to contribute to the sustainable development, prosperity, health, and wellness of our people. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Agriculture Senator Roderick St. Clair, though welcoming some of the initiatives being supported under the Supplementary Appropriations Act that's been recently passed, expressed grave concern for the lack of priority for predial larceny. Senator St. Clair noted that while allocations are being made for new recruits and uniforms for the RGPF, predial larceny is not being addressed.
And why this is good? By the time these recruits finish training in the next 6 to 8 months, the money that we even invest in for this year might be lost many times by our farmers. And so I say this to say that when you look at all the budget and all the balance of payment at the end of the year, it's projected to be a loss of, I think, $1.5 million. So meaning that in the scheme of billion-dollar budget, that is minuscule. And I believe that some consideration could have been given. Because when you listen, almost everything is about this predial larceny.
The agriculture senator appealed to government for funds to be sourced before year end, as well as a review of the structure of the RGPF to seriously tackle predial larceny.
Because we have lost significant number of recruits, predial larceny task force officers. See, I get confused sometimes. To the police. Because I will tell you, Madam President, don't be surprised that at least 25% or 30% of the current predial larceny task force members might apply to go in the same training to be a police officer, such that the benefits, the pension, and all of those things can be guaranteed as a police officer. So I've been saying over and over, and you cannot do it right now in the supplemental, but we need to have a restructuring of the police force, such that, as in Trinidad and in Jamaica, the predial larceny task force, they are regular officers from a regular unit where we could really act and protect our farmers from the losses that they continue to suffer.
Digicel Grenada is celebrating 19 years of operation in Grenada, and all of its customers can win prizes for the entire month of October. You'll hear more about this from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
19 Digicel customers who did a transaction at the various Digicel stores on Monday had an opportunity to win various prizes as the network celebrated its 19th anniversary. The grand prize of $1,900 was given to the 19th customer who purchased at the Spiceland Mall store on Monday.
19, you ain't shot nothing. There we go. There we go. One little baby, two little baby, three little baby, 4! Congratulations to you. So $1,900 for the 19th customer here and all the other stores. Congratulations to you. Yes, I look at CQ go. Okay, so I have a question for you. What's the first thing you're going to do with that money? What's the first spend you're going to spend? I'm going to save that money. Okay, well, okay, I want something in my life. First time you win something in your life?
Candice Smith, commercial manager at Digicel, says customers can win for the entire month of October.
We do have prizes given away today. From number 1 to 18 customer, you actually get different prizes. The main prizes is for our 19 customer who's going to get a cash prize of $1,900. So, you know, it's exciting today. We want to keep the momentum up because for the full month, we are going to have different prizes, a lot of different plans available. They can do a 7-day for $35, and once they activate, they're entitled to win prizes. We have tickets giveaway. We also have vouchers for the supermarket. You know, so a lot of different prizes.
General Manager of Digicel, Mrs. Marlene Williams, spoke of the 4 pillars that the phone network has laid its foundation on and how it benefits Grenadians.
With over 2 decades of giving back, the Digicel Foundation focuses on 4 pillars of strength, which are education, community development, special needs, and entrepreneurship. By activating these pillars, we sow seeds of courage, quality of life, access to education, and self-reliance. creating sustainability through technology and experiences that make a difference.
Customers who did not win any prizes at the store were able to walk away with small tokens and a cupcake treat from Digicel. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Every new government makes a change in some employment positions, and this is now being questioned by youthful senators. That's what's creating a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users. Opposition Senator Katisha Douglas wants to know when the recall of diplomats will end.
Whether or not this policy was done in the past, whether it is still necessary, or if it makes it right, is it worthwhile? When will this practice end? Because it cost us as a nation.
Opposition Senator Katisha Douglas highlighting concerns surrounding the allocation of $1 million for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to recall diplomats serving overseas.
Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts about this situation. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Lazarus said, "For the development of our own capacity to groom and develop our own diplomats, that is a cost worth bearing. We need to develop all our competencies in our quest of sustainable development and nationhood. What was the true cost, including opportunity cost, of not having our own homegrown diplomats and using shady and dubious characters?" Alson said, "Because of corruption allegations, some of these people were aligned with as diplomats are not recognized as such. What should be the cost of a good name? A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, loving favor rather than silver and gold." Paul said all countries recall diplomats for whatever reason. To ask when recall will end in Grenada, she will have to change the constitution, thereby making diplomat a position for life. And Alson said, "A reminder, diplomats are treated differently as a representative of a country. In some cases, even getting pardoned for crimes on request. Sure, we can find some examples from Grenada." That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, government working towards the construction of the Simoon Cultural Center. Stay with us.
The National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity will project a new vision for sports in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Consultations with stakeholders are being held to highlight the focal areas of what is contained in the policy. The National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity plays a major role in the transformation agenda of government and will see the formation of a National Sporting Council and parish councils, and will outline the role of the Department of Sports in this new dispensation. You may ask, what's in it for me? The diversity of sports encompasses many sectors: health and wellness, culture, business, and community development, just to name a few. The economic spin-offs are tremendous. The implementation of the national sports policy will impact every home, every community. In fact, the entire nation will get an opportunity to be a part of this sports development thrust on this transformational journey. Stay tuned to find out when a consultation will be coming close to you. Let's get going with the National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity. Get involved.
Kenny's Trucking and Equipment Services Limited. Now introducing Portland King Cement, Grenada's toughest and most high-quality cement, engineered with you in mind. Whether it's residential or industrial construction, Portland King Cement has been tested to achieve profound results that you can trust. The choice is clear. Choose Portland King, tougher than the rest. Visit Kenny's Trucking and Equipment Services Limited on Dusty Highway. Call telephone number 439-6605 or 440-6605. Or visit our two other locations, Westerhall in St. David and Dunfermline in St. Andrew. high-impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors, agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
To you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Stasia Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Stasia Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Stasia Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Stasia Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
It's Soca Parang Indie Basket, the Spice Basket. Saturday, 5th November, featuring from Trinidad, Grunta, Baron, Marcia Miranda.
Darling, look, it's Christmas, a special time of year.
From Grenada, Carriacou String Band, Lele Le. Hassan Leke and Steve Theodore. Get your early bird ticket for $60. After, you pay $80 and more at the door. And are available at Chucky's Bar, Brendan, Ondi Terminal, Grenada Optical in St. George's, Gittins Pharmacy Grenville, Gittins Healthcare Grandance, Chai's Bar St. Mark's, Nick and Bites Quav, St. David's Pharmacy, Calico Shopping Center, Main Street, Sotiers. It's another Chucky's promotion.
Get the protection needed for your eyes only at Quartz Optical. Trade in and save up to 35% off your lens purchase, plus a free eye exam. Payment plans available from 3 to 24 months. Book your appointment today online at www.quartzoptical.com for your eyes only. Trade in your old glasses and save up to 35% off your lenses only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Special conditions apply.
MegaFest 2022 Gospel Explosion is finally here. Join the youth of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists under the green and white tent at Progress Park in St. Andrews from Sunday, October 9th to the 29th at 7 p.m. and continuing nightly for an electrifying evangelistic experience like no other. Come hear the ever exhilarating Pastor Oliver Scott shatter the kingdom of darkness with thundering messages from the Word of God. If you ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Come find hope in the midst of your pain. See you there.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Welcome back. Government is moving forward to ensure that there's a central venue for the hosting of cultural activities while safeguarding the playing fields around Grenada. A $2.5 million allocation was budgeted under the Supplementary Appropriations Act, which was passed to facilitate the construction of the Seamoon Cultural Center.
Now, we are happy to admit that was a project that started under the former administration, and Senator Douglas did commend us for continuing many of the projects. And by all means, as an administration, if it's good, we keep it. If it's working well and in the interest of the country, we keep it. And we have no doubts in our minds that the cultural center is a necessity. Right now, most of our major cultural shows and festivals take place in our sporting grounds. Either Kirani James Athletic Stadium or the Queen's Park or somewhere else. And that results in significant damage to much of the sporting infrastructure across the island. So we want to see the completion of this project to create a home for much of our cultural activities. And so we are happy to support the $2.5 million to facilitate continuation of this project. Hopefully it brings it to completion. I'm not sure I can tell you what the exact budget is at this point, but we are happy to advance these figures.
The nation's children continue to hold the spotlight as we focus on Child Month activities. So tonight's GBN I Saw Lens captures a Child Month march.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by ClearVision. Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's I Saw features children of the Ladique Pentecostal Church as they march for Child Month. Apart from the videos, the children are photographed in their Child Month t-shirts, marching throughout their community. The children had also been placed in charge of yesterday's Sunday service. Child Month activities would be carried out for the entire month of October. To be featured, send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And stay with us. The weather and sports are right after the break.
The action continues in the 12th edition of the YET Super Knockout Football Tournament on Friday 21st from 7 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Sunjets United versus GTC St. George's Northeast Stars. In the second encounter, Springs SC play St. John's Sports Club. Admission $20. Then on Sunday the 23rd, another doubleheader from 6 p.m. Game 1, CARICOM FC versus IAL Honved SC. Game Game 2, Police Sports Club versus Fontenoy United. Admission $20. The 12th edition of the Waggy Super Knockout is on. Don't miss that game.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors, agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The NLA announces its new mid-morning draw, commencing September 30th at 9:45 a.m. Yes, you heard right. Draws for Pick 3, Cash 4, and Playway will now be conducted 3 times daily at 9:45 a.m., 12:45 p.m., and 7:45 p.m., Monday to Friday. The Saturday draws remains twice daily. And that's not all. Simply place your non-winning Cash 4, Pick 3, and Playway tickets valued at least $10 from a single purchase in the NLA branded box at your favorite sales location. 4 chances to win 10 prizes of $1,000 each. Whoa! $10,000 is up for winnings. Compliments the NLA. Be sure to write your name, address, and contact info on your entries before submitting. Promotion runs from September 30th to October 28th and would be drawn on Friday, November 4th, 2022. NLA, making your dreams a reality while supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
And good evening, sports fans. There's a lot happening in sports. Let's get started. West Indies stumbled at their first hurdle when they went under by 42 runs to Scotland in the opening Group B match of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2022. Batting first, the Scottish made 160 for 5 off their 20 overs on a good batting surface at Bellerive Oval on Monday evening. Jason Holder was brilliant with the ball and ended with figures of 3 for 0 and 14 for 2, while fast bowler Alzari Joseph was also impressive with 4 for 0 and then 28 for 2. In the second half, Holder launched a late rear guard as he top scored with 38, including 4 fours and a 6, as the asking rate reached 15 per over. Early in the innings, Kyle Myers proved a brisk start with 20 off 12 balls as West Indies reached 53 for 2 in the power play to keep up with the required rate. West Indies head coach Phil Simmons spoke after the match and said the team was disappointed with the result.
Too many soft dismissal. I think as batsmen you have to pay a lot more attention to your wicket, and I think every time we play we're up there with the run rate. Doesn't matter who we're playing against, but we keep losing wickets and soft wickets. So I think we've been trying to remedy it for the last couple of months. Doesn't seem like it's there yet.
He said they'll now look ahead to Wednesday night's second encounter against Zimbabwe, which is now a must-win to qualify for the Super 12 stage of the event.
We need to beat Zimbabwe first. We think about everything else, we need to beat Zimbabwe. So I think that's the first step as we go along when we get back here at this time on Wednesday, and then we may be thinking a lot different and all those things that you spoke about.
And we go now to Jamaica, where Grenada's national female netball team are off to a winning start in the World Cup netball qualifiers. They won their first match against St. Lucia 53-45. Their second game was against the Cayman Islands Sunday night. Caymans led the first quarter 14-9, but Grenada bounced back in the second quarter, being down by 2 with the score 25-23. The third quarter, the Spice Girls played a well-organized competitive game, finishing the third quarter with a score of 37-30, and they maintained their composure for the final quarter, winning 50-40. Grenada plays their third game today, Monday 17th at 7:15 p.m. local time against Antigua and Barbuda. The tournament ends on Saturday with the top 3 teams qualifying for the next year's World Cup in Cape Town, South Africa. 4 teams have already booked their spot in the next round of action in the Waggy T Super Knockout competition. The tournament kicked off Saturday at Victoria Park with home team 5 Stars getting the better of St. David's United 62. DeAndre Collins opened United's account in the 16th minute of play. However, 5 Stars were equal to the task, with the equalizer coming 4 minutes later off the boot of Akeem Francis. Kenton Klein made it 2-1 in favor of 5 Stars in the 27th minute, but the advantage wouldn't last long. 10 minutes later, Alex Mitchell squared the scoreline, making it 2-2. Alex Francis was back on the board in the 44th minute of play, making it 3-2 going into the halftime break. And the second half of play was all 5 Stars, with Francis completing his hat trick in the 53rd minute, taking the score to 4-2. Atib Newton also got in on the action in the 75th minute, with Klein completing his brace in the 86th minute. And still with Waggy T, the second of Saturday's doubleheaders was another one-sided affair as Flow Sunsetters Jr. demolished Mount Horn Football Club 7-0. Shamari Mark opened the scoring in the 19th and 30th minute. Khalid George made it 3 on the brink of halftime. Then the second half started where the first half ended, when Benson George scored the 4th. Scoreline then was 4-0. Antonio Charles ensured he wasn't left out of the party, collecting a brace on the evening. Goals coming in the 76th and 86th, with Mark cashing in on his hat trick in the 88th minute. Sunday saw 2 more teams cashing in on spots in the round of 16. Telescope Rising Stars moved on after meeting North Stars 2-1, while Hurricane Youths edged out Elite United 1-0. Giovanni Nicholson scoring the lone goal in the 15th minute. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports. And now for a look at what's happening around the region and the wider globe. A bloody end to the weekend in Trinidad and Tobago as a child was struck dead by a stray bullet. His grieving family says more needs to be done to address a crime situation that only seems to be escalating. More in this CNC3 report.
And that's the only child you have, eh? You made that young, very young.
9-year-old Jamal Modest was killed by a gunshot to the back last evening while attending a football match on Africa grounds in Enterprise. He lived with his father, Joel, and was his only child. He was too devastated to talk to us to tell us what had happened to his only son. The young boy was killed in front of one of his closest friends.
Is have a little boy who does be together with him. Well, he's so traumatized. The father does come and take him up and carry him.
Jamal was her great-grandson. They've lived in the same house since he was born. Police say several shots were fired from a white panel van towards the basketball court on Africa grounds, 8:20 on Saturday evening.
But the little boy, he run in and he gets it in the back.
He was taken to the Shoguanas Health Facility by relatives but succumbed to his injuries. Acting Commissioner Erla Christopher is extending condolences to the family and says no stone will remain unturned in the search for Jamal's killers.
Daily life for many Haitians has been thrown into turmoil as gang violence and soaring inflation make it difficult to access basic necessities like water and food and fuel. Canada is among the countries grappling with how to respond. CBC News has the details.
Daily life for many Haitians has been thrown into turmoil. With protests, gang violence, and kidnappings and soaring inflation, it's a struggle just to get water, food, and fuel. Unemployment, the high cost of living, insecurity, says protester Jean Levelt. It is for all these reasons that I am in the street. Powerful gangs have blocked the main fuel terminal, hampering the operation of hospitals, schools, and the delivery of aid.
Most businesses are not working. Banks open every 2 days or so. Supermarkets have been unable to resupply for most of the last month.
There is also a new outbreak of cholera, and thousands face catastrophic food insecurity.
If we don't intervene now, people may die. It's that dire.
There are calls for the country's unelected Prime Minister Ariel Henry to step down. He was sworn in after the former president was assassinated last year, and some argue he lacks the legitimacy to lead. Henry has asked the international community for help. Haiti's ambassador to Canada.
In international news, Britain's new finance minister announced a comprehensive retreat on the UK government's tax and spending plans on Monday in a frantic effort to calm jittery markets and restore the government's credibility. More in this report.
Chaos is absolutely the right word, and it appears to continue today. Jeremy Hunt, the new chancellor on the job since Friday, has essentially torn up Prime Minister Liz Truss's economic agenda. He's essentially said that most of the tax cuts outlined in that mini budget at the end of September will not go ahead. The first major one being that the basic rate of income tax will not be changed next year, as she had promised. And perhaps the biggest bombshell of all, he said that the energy price guarantee that the Prime Minister had guaranteed for the next 2 years will be dropped in April pending a review. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
Prime Minister and I have agreed it would not be responsible to continue exposing public finances to unlimited volatility in international gas prices. So I'm announcing today a Treasury-led review into how we support energy bills beyond April next year. The objective is to design a new approach that will cost the taxpayer significantly less than planned, whilst ensuring enough support for those in need.
Now, we have to remember this was the first major policy that Liz Truss outlined and announced, and she's been pointing to it repeatedly in recent weeks, especially as Labour and other opposition MPs have been attacking her for her government's mini budget. She would always sidestep their accusations and their criticism and point at the fact that she was helping families and households and small businesses deal with energy prices. But again, as Jeremy Hunt saying there, this will end in April. They will look at a more targeted approach moving forward.
And that's what's been happening in the region and around the globe. Stay with us. We'll return to Grenada and look at our top headlines. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Coach Paul Phillip foresees a great athletic year for Anderson Peters in 2023. Film festival shifts to Ladigue St. Andrew to feature international icon Malcolm X. Curlin Gilchrist appointed chair of government's Wage Advisory Committee. And in around the globe, regionally, Haiti in the grips of humanitarian crisis as gangs block main fuel terminal. In international news, new UK finance minister reverses mini budget in huge blow to PM's authority. And in sports, Windies loses to Scotland in World Cup opener, while Waggy T Super Knockout off to a blazing start. If you missed any part of this newscast, there will be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Good night.